So, Manchester United go up against Fenerbahçe away from home in the Europa League, and here's all you need to know about the match. It's a little bit of a preview for what's about to come and what we should be expecting in the match, and here's a little bit of that. So, Fenerbahçe, of course, managed by the ex-Manchester United manager Jose Mourinho, is going to be facing his former Reds. Well, there's none currently left in the squad, at least, other than Marcus Rashford, maybe, and. Yeah, that's about it. So Jose Mourinho is going to be in for a surprise, and United are also going to be playing against a lot of former Reds as well, like Fred the Red, of course, Fred the Brazilian maestro, the central midfield guy who was running around everyone and with the ball stuck to his feet, and former Manchester United loanee player Sofian Amrabat, who's the central defensive midfielder of Fenerbahce. And here's a little bit that you should know about the Fenerbahce squad. They've currently got just two injuries, which is kind of a long-term injury, you could say. But I mean, their squad is pretty big, and it's got a lot of big name players like Youssef En-Nesyri, Alan Saint-Maximin, of course, ex-Newcastle player, and he's an amazing left wing and right wing as well. Can play on either side. He's really amazing. He's good with the balls. He's good. He's really good at dribbling, of course. Edin Dzeko, ex-Man City player, again another good striker for them, really amazing player. Fred, of course, we've got Sofian Amrabat, we've got Dusan Tadic. Tadic is really good as well. They've got a lot of forwards in the team, and I'll give you a reason why as well. And of course, they've got good defenders as well, like Suyunk from Leicester. So yeah, I'll just give you a bit of a reason why they've got so many forwards and what's going to be their game plan tonight. So hear me out. It's Jose Mourinho, of course. We've seen Jose Mourinho play under Inter Milan, Real Madrid, both winning teams, of course, Champions League and their own respective leagues as well. He's played for Porto as well. He's won the Champions League with them, a team like Porto, of course. Again, I'll tell you something about Jose Mourinho and his current tactics at his previous former clubs like Manchester United and Spurs, and his tactics at Roma as well. So, of course, we hear this one meme going around, Jose, parking the bus or creating the park the bus thing. Of course, that's the thing that is the reality what Jose Mourinho is going to be playing against Manchester United tonight, and I think it's going to be a little bit of an issue because Manchester United haven't really been on the score sheet or haven't been scoring too many goals and been conceding a lot against teams like not conceding but like not scoring too many goals against teams like Crystal Palace, who've been playing with a low block, or any other squad which has been playing with a low block. Um, their first ever Europa League game was against a team which did play a low block as well. Very difficult to play against, and most of the teams this season, the teams which aren't really in the big leagues level like Real Madrid and Manchester City or even Arsenal, teams like them, they want to play at when they're off the ball, when they want to play a more defensive perspective of the game, they switch to a 4-2-4. Teams usually shifting to a 4-2-4, sit with a 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1 like Manchester United and Liverpool. And when they're on the defensive side, when they're running back, tracking the ball back, they switch to a 4-2-4, causing a narrow line, making it very difficult for the forwards or the opposing team to, attack against them. And that's how Jose is, going to be playing against Manchester United tonight. And speaking of Jose's, Fenerbahce squad, they've got so many forwards who are good at running. Well, not really that good at running, but they're old, they're experienced, they're gonna have a lot of experience on the field on what to do and what not to do, of course. And we're gonna see a lot of midfield, running around here and there because we've got. Look, I've always said this: if you're playing, a style similar to Arne Slot or Erik Ten Hag, who've got the 4-2-4 system, or let's say even in the modern day of football, I just feel like every team needs a central midfielder, a proper central midfielder or a defensive midfielder who's really, really good at passing the ball around. Someone who's got really good progressive passing per 19 numbers, or like, making key passes. If you look at Opta or even FB Ref, Um, you're gonna have to look at those stats where these midfielders have those good numbers and making those good progressive passes through the middle. I really favor Barcelona's Frankie De Jong, or even Barcelona for their entire matter. I'm loving the way how Barcelona are playing. I'm hoping for them to win the treble this season. I'll make another video about them as well. And speaking of this centralized midfielder thing, uh, so Fenerbahce, I mean, they don't really have that uh, per se, like the passing type of midfielder, but they've really maintained themselves in that way, and they've really kept themselves in that way. That we want to play a certain way, and Mourinho basically knows what he's doing, and he's got good midfielders under him like Sofian Amrabat. Even though he's been criticized a lot under Manchester United, but his FA Cup final was amazing personally, and I think he really played well, portrayed a really good physique and a really good passing sense, especially that pass to Alejandro Garnacho, who made a pass to was it? I think it was Kobe Meno to score the second goal. It was amazing. So will Fenerbahce have a difficult time on the pitch? The simple answer is no, really. Fenerbahce won't be having a difficult time on the pitch against Manchester United because of the fact that they're going to be playing at a low block. They're not going to be that intensive on the pitch because they know they don't have the age profile of players that they need on the pitch. Players like NESD, Tadic, or even Edin Dzeko, they aren't at the age that they used to be. They're not at their primes anymore. They're going to be resting a lot. They're going to be playing on that rest defense type of football, you could say, but mostly that I want to say the park the bus type of thing, the meme that's been spreading around everywhere. That's how they're going to be playing, and that's how Manchester United expects them to be playing. So they're gonna. This is how Manchester United are going to be playing through Jose Mourinho's team. All right. So having a look at Manchester United's squad, we don't have the likes of big midfield players, and that's Kobe Meno. He's of course injured. Mason Mount injured with a head injury against in the Premier League game. I think it was against Aston Villa. Yeah. Bruno Fernandes suspended in the last game against Porto. Won't be playing in this game. So Manchester United going to be without those key midfielders. So the creativity is going to be lacking a lot. We're going to see a lackluster of passing in the middle because Manchester United is going to be crumbling in the crucial key moments of the transition moments, because Fenerbahce is going to be transitioning a lot, and they're going to be wanting to play through Manchester United's attack once they've received the ball. So it's going to be a pressurizing moment for Manchester United. And secondly, having a look at the forwards that they have, of course, excuse me, Rashford, Rasmus Højlund, and Amad Diallo, they're going to be the starting front three runners for Manchester United. I think we're going to see Garnacho on the bench. He's going to need the rest. Or maybe we could be seeing Rashford on the bench. It's going to be either three of them playing. And something to consider is that we're going to need Manchester United is going to need a right winger who's good with their left foot, because you're going to need to make those passes, cutting inside the passes and doing all of those. So essentially you're going to need players who going to go inside, going to be inside forwards, and attacking the central areas of the pitch for Manchester United, because the midfield is going to be lacking completely. There's no creativity, as I said. Bruno, Mount, and then Meno aren't going to be there. No ball playing midfielders or no creative midfielders in for Manchester United. The midfield is obviously going to consist of Casemiro, Harry Amas. My bad. Harry Amas is a left back, of course. We'll talk about the defensive area as well. There's no Sekou Kone for Manchester United, the 18-year-old youngster. Although he's been playing for Manchester United's first team, he's been training under them. Um, this youngster, uh, uh, forgetting the name, someone by the name of Toby, he's also not going to be there on the team. We're going to be expecting to see Casemiro Ugarte in the double pivot defensive midfield role, and in the attacking midfield role, we're going to see Christian Eriksen. But here's a surprise. I think Joshua Zirkzee has a chance of playing in the attacking midfield role because he's a little bit of that 9.5, or a 10.5 type of player who can play as an attacking midfielder, a false nine, or a striker. So I think Zirkzee and Højlund could both be playing in the squad tonight, and the midfield is going to consist of Christian Eriksen and maybe Manuel Ugarte to stop those plays, to stop the momentum of the game for Fenerbahçe. So I think that's going to be the squad. And the back four again, Johnny Evans did not train with Manchester United in the training before the Fenerbahçe game, so we're not expecting to see Johnny Evans. The centre back is going to be, of course, Lindelof, De Ligt, and of course Maguire injured, so Martinez. The back four will be Dalot on the right maybe, or on the left, depending on where Mazraoui plays. If Mazraoui plays, either Harry Amas could play as well. Centre backs is going to be permanent. It's going to be De Ligt and Martinez, and the wing role is going to be a little tricky to decide because you don't know who's going to be playing or who's not going to be playing for Manchester United. It could be either Rashford Garnacho or Rashford Diallo or Garnacho Diallo. So it just really depends. Personally, I think this is what the playing 11 for Manchester United is going to be, which is goalkeeper, of course, Andre Onana, or I don't think they're going to risk it with Bayern there because they haven't won a single game in the Europa League. Currently, Manchester United sitting at 14th and with just 2 points with them, and Fenerbahçe sitting with just 4 points, drawing the last match and winning their first match. So it's going to be tough for Manchester United, and I'm predicting a 2-2 draw for Manchester United. And here's a squad for Manchester United, and it's going to be Onana, back four of Mazraoui, Dalot, De Ligt, and Martinez. The midfield will be surprising. It's going to be very surprising. Christian Eriksen, Manuel Ugarte, and Joshua Zirkzee as the attacking midfielder. The front three is going to be Rasmus Højlund, Marcus Rashford, and Amad Diallo. That's how it's going to be. That's how Manchester United is going to line up, and I think United is going to draw this match or probably lose this match. They're not up to the mark against Fenerbahçe. On the score sheet, we're going to be expecting to see En-Nesyri, I think, and maybe let's say Fred with a couple of assists. En-Nesyri and maybe Dzeko. These two players could be scoring. As for Manchester United, I think Rashford, Garnacho, or Højlund could score. This could be a 2-2 draw or a 2-3 victory for Fenerbahçe. I don't see Manchester United winning this game as they're still not up to the mark. And against the game, against Brentford, a lot of missed chances for Manchester United. Garnacho with a lot of wasteful chances. The medical team did not clear Matthias de Ligt on time. Of course, there was a lot of error on the backside of the team, but we shouldn't have conceded that first goal with Pinnock. But yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of defensive errors tonight as well. A lot of midfield errors, because we don't have the proper players, especially on the left back area. The left back area is somewhat it's a bit of an issue because we need a left back who's good with their left foot, who can invert into the midfield to support the midfield area, or maybe go up forward and help players like Rashford or Garnacho on the left. So yeah, that's my predicted 11 for Manchester United, and my prediction is going to be 2-2 for Manchester United. It's going to be a draw. If it's a surprise for Manchester United, 3-2 victory for Manchester United, then probably we're going to see, of course, Højlund, Garnacho, or Rashford on the score sheet. Nobody other than them. But it's going to be really tough, really tough for Manchester United. I don't expect them to win, draw by the best of standards. Yeah, and that's about it. Let me know your thoughts below on the comments, and please subscribe to my channel and my Instagram. It's football_fanatic003. And my YouTube is, of course, footballfanatic003. I'd like you to subscribe and check out both my channels on Instagram and YouTube as well. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. and let me know what you want me to make for my next and later videos. All right, see you on the flip side. Thanks for watching, and yeah, goodbye.